and welcome to Wahe Presents The Outside View, co-powered by Fantasy Akhada and Swara. In the first T20I was done and dusted between England and India, and here we are to talk about the second T20I. I have Mohit Shah here with me. Mohit, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Heading into the second T20I, Mohit, do you see India making any changes to their side in terms of maybe because Radha Yadav, she could not ball yesterday, she had an injury, and India, for that matter, India did get a good start with the ball last night when Renuka Singh got Sophia Dunkley caught, but unfortunately that was deemed a no ball, which is why then later on Sophia Dunkley was also dropped. Do you see India sort of making any changes, or because the loss is quite heavy, as we said, 9 wickets, even 7 overs to spare with the ball. They could not get to a good total. The wicket was not that bad of a surface as well, but just in India's batting, bowling or fielding did not come together last night. So what do you expect in terms of the playing 11 heading into the next match?
I don't think there will be any changes as such unless Radha Yadav fails to recover in time. But in that case, there's a straight swap. I think Rajeshwari Gaikwad comes in place of her. She's not really done a lot wrong, Rajeshwari. I think it's just that Radha Yadav offers more with the bat and in the field, which is why she's the preferred left-arm spinner. But if she's not fully recovered, I think Rajeshwari Gaikwad will slot right in. Other than that, I don't really think they will be making any changes because I don't think it's fair to drop Kiran Navgire, Richa Ghosh or Hemlata after just one opportunity. If you've decided to go with them at the beginning of the series, I think you should give them at least 2, if not 3 opportunities. I think you should give anyone a minimum of 3 opportunities because these are players who've done well right through the season and then gotten the opportunity. And especially with Richa, we saw what she can do when she hit that 4 and 6 of Sophie Ecclestone yesterday. Maybe she got a little carried away then, and pacing in innings is something that both her and Shafali Verma need to learn because once they get into that aggressive mode, they try and hit every ball for a boundary, which is not ideal because you also have some good balls and then you just need to rotate the strike. But I think India should stick with those 3 batters and give them a go. As for the bowling attack, I think the conditions played a part. The ball was getting really wet, which is why the spinners struggled, and Pooja Vastrakar just had an off day, but she's done really well over the last 12 months or so. So I don't really think there will be any changes apart from Radha Yadav. That too depends on her fitness.
England's performance was quite comprehensive in the first ODI. Just to a rundown, first T20, I beg your pardon. Just a rundown of how it turned out. India batted first, 132 for 7 is all they managed. England's bowling was fantastic, courtesy of Sarah Glenn's match-winning figures for 4 for 23. England chased down the total in just 13 overs, handing over India a 9-wicket loss, which is now their heaviest loss in terms of balls remaining. Heading into the second T20I, Mohit, England's batting unit in this game was quite comprehensively. They did well. Sophia Dunkley, since she got she was dropped once in the first over. She was caught out, but it was given a no ball by the umpire later on. They did well, but there is a bit of inexperience in that batting unit. Did you feel India could not exploit that inexperience in the batting unit of England?
Yeah, definitely. If you look at that England batting order, it's a little top heavy because Dunkley and Danny Wyatt are probably the 2 most informed players. And then if you look at numbers 3 to 7, Amy Jones is the only player who's played a lot of international cricket. So I think India definitely had a chance to exploit that weakness more like they did in, say, the semi-final of the Commonwealth Games, where they even had Nat Siver, but once Nat Siver was out in that match, there were no players who could take England across the finish line. So I think had India taken those 2 opportunities, you rightly pointed out, be it not bowling the no ball or taking that straightforward catch which Sophia Dunkley offered, things could have turned out to be different for the simple reason that the players that have come lower down have obviously done well on the domestic circuit, but have not really played a lot of game-changing innings at the international level, be it Maya Bouchier or Bryony Smith. And Sophie Ecclestone probably will eventually turn out to be a genuine all-rounder, but currently she is primarily a bowler, and either her or Freya Kemp at number 7 means like England's batting is definitely their weaker suit because they are playing 5 specialist bowlers. So I think that's definitely something that India can exploit better as the series goes on. But for that, they need to like take more wickets in the power play and have like England 2 or 3 down within the first 10 overs so that like the lesser experienced players get into the middle sooner.
Talking about the experience in the English side, in terms of their bowling unit as well, they fielded a relatively inexperienced bowling unit last night. Kate Cross and Easy Wong are both on the bench. Do you see either of them making it into the side for the next game, Mohit?
I don't think either of them will get an opportunity in the next game, at least because all the 3 England pacers bowled really well yesterday. Like Lauren Bell got some good moment with the new ball, and she also like beat Smriti Mandana a couple of times. So I don't think there will be any changes. But if England win both the first 2 matches, somebody like Izzy Wong might probably get a go in the final T20I. As far as Kate Cross is concerned, I don't think they've picked her for a long time in T20Is. I think they see her as a prospect for the longer forms where she now leads the attack with Anya Shrubsole not being there and Catherine Brunt being rested quite a few times. So I don't see Kate Cross playing a role in this series unless somebody gets injured. But I think they'll definitely look to give Izzy Wong a run probably in the third T20I if they like win the series by then. Because I think these 3 are their first choice pace bowlers, at least from the squad that they've picked for this series.
Anything that India should do differently, as you rightly said, they should try to get wickets in the power play of England so that they are put into pressure early on. Is there something specific you think India should do getting into the second T20, which would be played at Derby?
Yeah, I think they, especially while batting, like the dot balls is something that they really need to work on because I think they played out 50 dot balls yesterday out of 120 balls, and that's a significant percentage. And also considering the fact that like apart from say Jemima, Smriti, Shafali and Harman, like none of them have the right balance between striking boundaries and rotating the strike. So I think that's something that the middle order especially needs to really work on because everybody apart from Harmanpreet faced quite a few dot balls, say from number 3 to 7. Like even Deepti Sharma faced a lot of dot balls and then she got 2 boundaries away in the last over. But I think it was quite late by then. So the dot ball percentage is something that they definitely need to work on, and also the running between the wickets. I think England had significantly more twos than India in yesterday's match, and that top 3 of England are all really good between the wickets. So like a lot of times the pressure that they were putting on the fielders by converting ones into twos also resulted in a lot of those misfields because they knew that the batters were always looking to take that extra run. Whereas like India, I don't think like was always putting enough pressure on the fielders. So I think these are the 2 big areas that they need to work on as far as the batting is concerned.
We'll see how India comes strongly, if they can come strongly in the second T20I and sort of keep themselves in the series with England already leading it 1-0 and another win will see them win the series as well. So that's it for the preview of England versus India second T20I. That's it from our side at Wahe Presents The Outside View, co-powered by Fantasy Akhada and Swara. We'll catch all the action of the second T20I on the 13th, and all the coverage will be there on Women's Cricket Zone. So stay tuned to all of that.